guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we are going to continue on with the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom line by Mattel and review another one of the new 2018 figures for the newest movie. And it is one that I'm sure quite a few people have already reviewed, but I don't care because it's my favorite dinosaur ever, and it is the Carnotaurus. When I initially saw the promotional pictures for this guy, I thought, wow, I don't know how that thing could possibly look that good in person, and guess what? It does. It is beautiful. An absolutely beautiful Carnotaurus by Mattel. It's got a few kind of annoying seams to it, but nothing overly annoying. It's not supposed to be some kind of amazing, super accurate, scientific model type thing. It's just a toy for the Jurassic World line. But Mattel has gone through so much work to try to get these toys to be as good as the old Kenner toys, and to listen to the fans when they complained and complained and complained about the Hasbro line. And I'm with everybody else, that Hasbro line was absolute garbage. So Mattel really set out to try to improve the toys and to give the fans of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World a line that they could be proud of and a line that they would absolutely love. And in my opinion, they succeeded immensely, because everything that I've seen from this new line so far has been fantastic. And I actually have quite a few of them already. I purchased just a ton this past week because I'm a little fanboy for Jurassic Park, so I guess I had to just go all out, and I want to try to get them all if I can. And yeah, everything, absolutely everything that I've seen so far, I have just been impressed with. And this Carnotaurus is probably my favorite. I'm not 100% positive if he's my favorite because it's really hard to decide, but he's definitely up there. I really absolutely am in love with the color scheme of this, as usual with most Carnotaurus figures. And anytime you see a Carnotaurus, really, it seems like he's always in a reddish color. And they continued this trend in Jurassic World. But again, for some reason, that reddish color really looks good on Carnotaurus, so I can't really complain. I absolutely love the darker black, or maybe it's like a dark brown, it's hard to really tell. But that coloration that's over the back of him and running down onto his legs, and then the white underbelly, I really think it all just meshes together and looks so nice. And overall, the detail on this thing is absolutely incredible. It is just loaded with detail. So let's just take a closer look. You can see, starting up here at the head, that the head looks beautiful. There is just so much detail and so much love that has been gone into these toys that it's just, you know, it's an absolute labor of love. It really is. It's just something that it's so fantastic to see that we finally got a company that really wants to reach out and make the type of toys that we used to get for Jurassic Park, and they did such a great job on this Carnotaurus. It is beautiful, but as you can see here, as I look at the front, you can see that little seam there above the mouth. That's one of the few annoying seams that it has, but it's not anything terrible. But I have seen at the store a few toys that actually had that seam have a little bit of a crack in it, like where it's opened just a tad, and it could look pretty bad. So if you do go to get one of these, I would recommend trying to get one in person, maybe not so much ordering one through the internet if you can. If it's not possible, you know, you could just gamble and take a chance. But I feel like ordering it through the internet is taking a pretty big chance of getting one that might have a messed up seam. And another thing that Mattel seems to be doing with a lot of the figures is kind of messing the eyes up a little bit, where the eyes somehow get painted like below where it should be or above, somewhere crazy. And that's another thing that you can't really correct if you get one through the internet. And your best bet is probably to just go to the store and buy one, so you can make sure that you get one that says top notch, as mine is. I actually, initially the day of these figures being released, I went to Walmart to get the Carnotaurus, is pretty much the one I set out to get. But the one that my Walmart had, his eye was actually pretty messed up on his left side, and I did not want one that was messed up, so I ended up just passing on him, and I got the Super Colossal Rex instead. And I had to go to a different Walmart to find one that had a good eye. So, and also at my Walmart actually was where I saw the ones that were messed up a little bit on the front. So once I trekked to a little different Walmart, I got a hold of this guy, and he looks awesome. So I have absolutely no quarrels with this one, other than the seams can be a little bit wide. I don't really mind this one because there's not really a big wide crack, but some of them have it. And there's also a seam here that runs across the head that I don't really know what the point of those were, that they couldn't just, you know, make one solid head. But I don't know, I don't make toys, so I have no idea. So it's not that bad. You can see the seam running down here, but it's a dark color that's over top of every part of the seam, so it's really kind of hard to take note to that. But as I said, you can see beautiful detail all over the place. The eye, a lot of people I've seen have been complaining, well, maybe not a lot, but a few people I've seen complain about the eyes on the Carnotaurus, but I think the eyes are perfect because you can see that they have a nice gloss over them. As I turn this, the eye shines, so you can definitely take note of it being there. It's a dark color, pretty much like the rest of the body, so it's not super elaborated. It doesn't really jump out at you, but it looks very realistic in my opinion. It kind of makes it just feel like he's a little bit alive because the eye just shines so nice, and it just looks really good. I think it was a very nice touch to have that darker color eye. So no complaints out of me there. You can see the horns up here on the top of the Carnotaurus, those trademark horns. Beautiful detail put into those as well. Very nicely sculpted. You can see some beautiful bumps and all kinds of cracks and crevices all over the top of the head as well. So that looks very good. The jaw works perfectly on this. He actually has this little action deal he's got where he does this. He snaps at you, and I absolutely love this because it just, for some reason, the way that they've done this, it just looks so realistic to me. It really just looks like the type of way I would expect a Carnotaurus to be snapping. It's just like this. So that was an absolutely awesome touch to this figure. You can see the inside. I'll open it up like this. You can see it's nicely glossed, nicely detailed. It looks very nice on the inside. Even this part of the mouth looks very good as well. A few of them that I'd seen actually had paint chipped off on the inside of the mouth, so that's another thing that you might want to look for if you are out hunting for this guy. You can see the teeth are very nicely carved out, very nicely painted. They're more of a yellow than a white, so it gives them a little bit more of a realistic color. They are all individually painted, so they look beautiful. Going down the neck, you can see some more bumps all down the back and the neck. Those trademark Carnotaurus bumps. Beautiful sculpted detail all over with little skin folds and scales galore. Nice little Carnotaurus arms. They look perfect, and they move all over the place. So they are very good as well. You can see they move nicely. And then you can see so many skin folds right here behind the arm, going into the stomach. Beautiful detail on the underside as well. And then you can see up here, the start of the leg looks very good. Beautiful scale work all over the place. Nice kneecaps, beautiful muscle tone. And these feet, I love the feet on this guy. I think they look so good. They're beautifully sculpted. Just look at those nice scales all over. Such good work. And then you come up here into the tail. The tail is also sculpted beautifully. Looks absolutely awesome. You have to actually connect the tail, as with most of these Jurassic World dinosaurs. They come with the tail separate, and then you just have to snap it into place, which is really not a big deal. It goes in nice and easily and fits perfectly. You can see the other side is just as nice as the first side. Looks absolutely awesome. This beautiful white color has been airbrushed on so nicely that it just kind of meshes into the red type of a color here, and then this darker black or gray, it's like a dark gray. It's hard to really tell exactly what color that's supposed to be. I guess it's like a black, but it looks very nicely done as well. Beautifully painted all over the place. This Carnotaurus is fantastic. So as I said, he does have this movement here, which like I mentioned, I think is awesome. It looks so realistic. Just look how nice that looks. His arms do move as well, and then his legs also move, and they move very nicely. He can also turn his feet like this. Same with both feet. So you can turn his foot all the way in if you'd like. And then the tail does also move, and it moves very good. You can actually completely 360 it. So that tail has lots of mobility. So overall, an absolutely awesome Carnotaurus. You can move all parts of his body, even his legs in and out. He's got a beautiful paint scheme to him, a very realistic paint scheme. He's got so much detail that he just looks insane. And I don't feel like the feet are too oversized like a lot of the newer Jurassic World toys are. They kind of have the bigger feet to help with stability. But this Carnotaurus is definitely one of the ones that I feel like has definitely closer feet to the size that they should be than most do, because the ones like Blue and everybody like that, they got much larger feet than they should, which I don't really mind because honestly it's not that big of a distraction for me. As I've said numerous times, I'd rather him have a little bit larger feet than fall over all the time, so I don't mind the feet being a little bigger. But honestly, with this Carnotaurus, his feet are very nicely sized, in my opinion, and definitely not overly large like a lot of them are. As far as the size goes, from the head to the tail, you're looking at about 15 inches, almost maybe a centimeter or two short of 15 inches. And then height, you're looking at about 7.5, maybe a little over 7.5 inches. So a very nicely sized Carnotaurus. For a size comparison, there is the Papo T-Rex. And you can see that the Carnotaurus is taller than Mr. Papo Rex. So for the first time probably in dinosaur history, a Carnotaurus outsizes a T-Rex. So as far as the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys go, this Carnotaurus is probably my favorite at this point. I don't have all of them, but I do have most of them already. And this Carnotaurus is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is not to take away from any of the other toys, because so far they're all fantastic. But Carnotaurus being my favorite dinosaur ever is kind of led me into wanting to like him the most already. But regardless, I think that this thing is just absolutely awesome. It just looks so beautiful. Everything about it is fantastic. I honestly have pretty much, aside from those potential cracks in the front of the head here in the top, where if you're just not too careful and you get one of those, that's about the only thing I can even complain about these guys at all, and mine doesn't have that. It looks pretty good, I think. And then occasionally you get the ones that have the messed up eye or a little bit of a chip of paint, but that just kind of, that's just a gamble you gotta take. You just gotta get out to your local Walmart or Target. I don't know if they sell these guys at Target. I think they do. I know definitely at Walmart, because that's where I got mine. But you just have to get out there, take a look for yourself, find one of the really good ones, which they're not too hard to find, and go home happy, because this guy is awesome and I cannot recommend him enough. So definitely head out to your Walmart, buy him now if you like Carnotaurus. I will see if I can find any of them online. I don't know for sure if I can yet, and if I can, I will link you in the description. And if not, like I said, there's Walmarts everywhere. Just head out to your local Walmart and grab one yourself, and I will see you guys in the next review. Thanks for watching.